Introduction. Attraction isn't just about looks, money, or charm. It's about triggering a deep psychological response that makes someone feel instantly drawn to you. Science has shown that there's one key factor that sparks this reaction in the vast majority of women, and it's not what most men think. This isn't about pickup lines or flashy displays. It's about tapping into a powerful instinct that communicates confidence, safety, and undeniable chemistry in just seconds. In this video, we'll break down the number one thing that turns on 99% of women, backed by research and proven examples, so you can understand exactly how and why it works. Get ready to see attraction through a whole new lens. 1. Confidence over appearance. In a world obsessed with physical looks, it's easy to believe that appearance is the most important factor in how others perceive and value us. From social media filters to magazine covers, society constantly reinforces the idea that beauty equates to worth. However, time and experience show that confidence almost always outweighs appearance when it comes to building lasting impressions, attracting opportunities, and forming meaningful relationships. Confidence is a belief in your abilities, the quiet self-assurance that you belong in any room you walk into, and the energy you project when you carry yourself with certainty. While appearance may grab someone's attention for a moment, confidence keeps it for the long run. People are naturally drawn to those who radiate self-belief because it signals competence, stability, and leadership. This doesn't mean looks have no role. They could be an advantage. But without confidence, even the most physically attractive person can fade into the background. Think of two people entering a room, one conventionally attractive but unsure, avoiding eye contact, and the other average-looking but standing tall, speaking clearly and engaging warmly. Almost always, the confident one will leave a stronger impression. Confidence is also more sustainable than appearance, because looks inevitably change over time, but inner belief can grow stronger with age and experience. It allows you to handle rejection, criticism, and setbacks without crumbling, turning obstacles into stepping stones. When you value confidence over appearance, you start investing in skills, knowledge, and self-awareness instead of chasing unrealistic beauty standards. You stop seeking external validation and begin creating an inner source of self-worth that no one can take away. This shift changes how you speak, how you make decisions, and how you pursue goals. Confidence also impacts how others treat you. People often mirror the energy you project. If you show that you respect yourself, others are more likely to respect you. On the other hand, if you constantly doubt or downplay yourself, even great looks can't fully mask that insecurity. Ultimately, confidence gives you freedom. The freedom to express yourself authentically without fear of judgment, to enter new situations without shrinking back, and go after what you want without needing permission. By focusing on building confidence through personal growth, self-discipline, and positive self-talk, you not only elevate how others see you, but, more importantly, how you see yourself. In the end, appearance may open a door, but confidence determines whether you walk through it and claim the space as your own. 2. Strong eye contact is one of the most powerful forms of nonverbal communication, and it carries a weight that words alone can rarely match. It is more than simply looking someone in the eye. It is about projecting presence, confidence, and sincerity through a steady, intentional gaze. From a psychological standpoint, strong eye contact signals dominance, trustworthiness, and self-assuredness. In personal relationships, it conveys genuine interest and emotional connection. In professional settings, it builds credibility and respect. When you look someone directly in the eyes while speaking, you communicate that you are engaged in the moment and confident in your message. Conversely, avoiding eye contact often suggests uncertainty, insecurity, or dishonesty, even if that is not your intention. The ability to hold eye contact without making it feel like a stare down requires balance. It should be firm but warm, assertive yet inviting. Too much intensity can feel intimidating, while too little can weaken your impact. The key lies in combining eye contact with relaxed facial expressions and natural body language, so it feels effortless rather than forced. Culturally, norms about eye contact can vary, but in most contexts, it remains a universal sign of connection. Training yourself to maintain strong eye contact begins with mindfulness. You must become aware of your own tendencies and consciously practice looking into someone's eyes for a few seconds at a time during conversation. Over time, this becomes second nature, and people will naturally respond to you with more openness and respect. In leadership, strong eye contact can inspire trust and loyalty. In dating, it can spark attraction and intimacy. In negotiation, it can project confidence and control. The beauty of this skill is that it requires no special tools, only awareness, presence, and a willingness to be seen. When you master strong eye contact, you tap into a primal language that humans have understood for thousands of years. The unspoken message that says, I am here, I see you, and I am not afraid to connect. By blending it with authenticity and empathy, you can make your presence felt long after the conversation ends, leaving a lasting impression that words alone could never achieve. 3. Authentic presence. Authentic presence is the ability to show up in any situation as your true, unfiltered self, without hiding behind masks, pretending to be someone you're not, or bending your values just to fit in. It's more than just being honest. It's about aligning your words, body language, and energy with your inner truth, so people feel your sincerity the moment you walk into the room. Many people try to project confidence through forced charisma, polished appearances, or rehearsed charm, but this often creates a subtle sense of disconnection. Authentic presence, on the other hand, is magnetic because it is grounded in self-awareness and genuine openness. When you embody authentic presence, you're not concerned with impressing others. You're focused on connecting with them. This doesn't mean you overshare or dump your life story. It means you communicate with clarity, listen deeply, and stay rooted in your values even when it's uncomfortable. Developing this presence begins with self-acceptance. If you're constantly judging yourself, comparing yourself to others, or seeking validation, your energy will feel strained and people will sense the incongruence. When you let go of the need to be liked and instead focus on being real, your natural charisma emerges effortlessly. Authentic presence also thrives on mindful awareness, being truly present in the moment, not distracted or lost in your own head. When you make eye contact, give someone your full attention, and speak from a place of truth, you invite trust and respect. Over time, living with authentic presence reshapes your relationships, career, and self-image because it allows others to see the real you, and that realness inspires loyalty, collaboration, and deeper bonds. It's a quiet but powerful form of influence. Instead of trying to dominate a room, you anchor it. You stop chasing attention, and instead, you command it naturally because people can feel that you mean what you say and you live what you believe. In a world full of curated images and performative interactions, authentic presence stands out as rare and refreshing, making it one of the most valuable personal qualities you can cultivate. 4. Body language dominance. Body language dominance is the silent language of power, an unspoken set of cues and signals that communicate authority, confidence, and control without a single word being spoken. In every social or professional interaction, people subconsciously read these cues to assess status, capability, and influence. True dominance in body language is not about aggression or intimidation. Rather, it's about projecting calm authority and presence in a way that commands respect. The foundation of dominant body language begins with posture, standing tall with your shoulders back, chest slightly open, and spine straight signals confidence and readiness. This open posture not only makes you appear more assertive, but also affect your own psychology, triggering feelings of self-assurance. Eye contact is another powerful component. It should be steady and intentional, neither darting around nervously nor staring in a way that feels threatening. When you maintain strong, consistent eye contact, you convey trustworthiness and conviction. Facial expressions also play a crucial role. A calm, composed face with a slight, controlled smile projects confidence and control over your emotions. In contrast, overreacting or showing nervous tics undermines your perceived authority. Gestures should be purposeful and measured. Dominant individuals move with precision, avoiding fidgeting or frantic movements. Even the way you occupy space communicates status. Taking up more space with your stance or hand placement signals self-assurance, whereas shrinking into yourself implies insecurity. The pace of your movements matters as well. Slower, more deliberate actions suggest control, while rushed or jerky movements suggest nervousness. Touch can also be a display of dominance, such as a firm handshake that's not crushing but conveys strength and decisiveness. Additionally, mirroring others subtly can create rapport while still maintaining your own leadership presence. Another often overlooked factor is voice tone and delivery. Though technically not body language, it works in harmony with it. Speaking in a calm, steady tone with clear articulation reinforces the message your posture and gestures are already sending. Importantly, dominance is situational. What works in a boardroom may not be appropriate in a casual setting. Overusing dominant cues can come off as arrogance or hostility, so balance is key. The most effective dominant body language combines authority with approachability, making others feel secure in your presence rather than intimidated. Developing the skill involves self-awareness and practice. Recording yourself, observing confident leaders, and consciously adjusting your physical habits can gradually rewire how you present yourself. Ultimately, body language dominance is about aligning your physical presence with your inner confidence so that people instinctively recognize your leadership without you ever having to announce it. When mastered, it becomes one of the most powerful tools for influence, persuasion, and success, opening doors in relationships, careers, and social dynamics purely through the way you carry yourself. 5. Emotional safety. Emotional safety is a foundation of all healthy, lasting relationships, whether romantic, familial, or platonic. It refers to the environment in which individuals feel secure enough to be their authentic selves without fear of judgment, ridicule, rejection, or punishment. In emotionally safe spaces, people are free to express their thoughts, feelings, and needs openly, knowing that they will be met with empathy and understanding rather than criticism or hostility. This safety is not built overnight. It is developed over time through consistent trust-building behaviors, open communication, and mutual respect. One of the key pillars of emotional safety is trust. When both individuals know they can rely on each other to be honest, respectful, and dependable. Without trust, people feel the need to guard themselves, hide their vulnerabilities, or suppress their emotions, which slowly erodes connection. Another crucial element is empathy, the willingness to step into someone else's perspective and genuinely try to understand their emotional experience. Empathy doesn't mean agreeing with everything the other person says, but it does mean validating their feelings and showing that their emotions matter. Emotional safety also requires non-reactivity. When someone shares something vulnerable, responding with defensiveness, blame, or anger quickly shuts the door to openness. Instead, practicing active listening, gentle responses, and curiosity fosters closeness. Boundaries play an equally important role. When both parties respect each other's emotional and personal boundaries, they create a space where neither feels pressured, manipulated, or invaded. In relationships lacking emotional safety, people often experience chronic stress, anxiety, and disconnection. They may feel like they are walking on eggshells or that their true self is unwelcome. Over time, this breeds resentment and emotional distance. On the other hand, in relationships where emotional safety is prioritized, individuals thrive. They feel accepted, heard, and valued, which deepens intimacy and trust. In practice, building emotional safety involves consistent kindness, expressing appreciation, owning one's mistakes without shifting blame, and creating space for difficult but respectful conversations. It also means avoiding belittling comments, sarcasm used as a weapon, or bringing up past mistakes to win arguments. When people feel emotionally safe, they are far more likely to share their dreams, fears, and struggles openly, knowing they won't be shamed for them. This openness strengthens bonds and allows the relationship to grow in depth and resilience. In essence, emotional safety is not just a nice-to-have in relationships. It is a necessity. Without it, even love can wither. With it, trust and intimacy flourish. Creating and maintaining emotional safety is an ongoing commitment, requiring self-awareness, patience, and a willingness to prioritize connection over ego. When two people commit to cultivating this environment, they give each other the rare gift of being fully seen and fully accepted, and that is the ultimate foundation for lasting, meaningful relationships. 6. Positive energy. Positive energy is more than just a cheerful mood. It's a mindset, a vibration, and a choice that shapes how you experience life and how life responds to you. It begins with the way you think, because thoughts are seeds, and whatever you consistently plant in your mind eventually grows into your reality. When you choose optimism over doubt, gratitude over resentment, and hope over fear, you're essentially tuning your inner frequency to attract more of the same. Positive energy isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending problems don't exist. It's about facing them with a calm, solutions-focused approach. It's understanding that your response matters more than the situation itself, and that a peaceful, constructive attitude creates far better outcomes in anger or despair. Positive energy thrives when you care for your mental, emotional, and physical health. This means surrounding yourself with uplifting influences, people who inspire, environments that soothe, and habits that strengthen you. Practicing gratitude daily, even for small things, shifts your focus from what's missing to what's present and abundant. Helping others also fuels positive energy. Acts of kindness release feel-good hormones and create a cycle where your generosity invites goodwill back into your life. The words you speak carry energy too, so choosing encouraging, respectful language nourishes both you and those around you. Importantly, positive energy is contagious. Your calm confidence can inspire others to shift their own outlook, creating a ripple effect. Even in moments of struggle, holding on to belief in a better tomorrow keeps your spirit resilient. Over time, consistently generating positive energy rewires your brain for happiness, attracts more opportunities, and deepens your relationships. It makes you magnetic to good experiences because you are no longer resisting life. You are flowing with it. Ultimately, positive energy is a daily practice, a conscious alignment of your thoughts, emotions, and actions toward what uplifts, strengthens, and heals both yourself and the world around you. 7. Subtle vocal tone. The subtle vocal tone is one of the most underestimated yet powerful tools in human communication. It's not just what you say, but how you say it that shapes how others perceive you. Your voice carries emotional cues, unspoken intent, and subconscious messages that can either build trust, create attraction, convey authority, or trigger discomfort. A subtle shift in pitch, pace, or rhythm can change the entire meaning of a sentence, even if the words remain the same. For example, a calm, steady tone often signals confidence and self-control, while a rushed, high-pitched tone can betray nervousness or insecurity. In persuasion, subtle vocal tone is especially critical. A slightly lower pitch with controlled pacing tends to draw people in and make them feel safe, while gentle emphasis on certain keywords can keep attention locked in without sounding overbearing. This is why skilled leaders, negotiators, and even actors spend years mastering their delivery. It's not about being loud or dramatic, but about being intentional. In relationships, a warm, measured tone can diffuse tension and deepen connection far more effectively than sharp words or logical arguments. In fact, research shows that people often remember the tone of a message more vividly than the actual content, because tone taps directly into emotional memory. To master subtle vocal tone, one must first become aware of unconscious habits, such as speaking too fast, ending sentences with an upward inflection, which can sound uncertain, or letting irritation leak into the voice unintentionally. Practicing mindful breathing before speaking, slowing down slightly, and aligning your tone with your true intent can transform the impact of your words. It's also important to match your tone to the emotional state of your audience. Too much enthusiasm when someone is upset can seem dismissive, while too flat a tone in an inspiring moment can drain energy from the conversation. The art lies in adjusting just enough to resonate with the listener while still being authentic. In subtle vocal tone, less is often more. Small, deliberate changes can signal thoughtfulness and presence far better than exaggerated theatrics. Whether you're leading a meeting, comforting a friend, or trying to win someone's trust, your voice can be your greatest asset if you learn to use it with intention. This skill doesn't just improve personal and professional interactions. It shapes how people remember you long after the conversation ends. Mastering subtle vocal tone is ultimately about emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and the ability to connect beyond words, speaking directly to the part of the human brain that feels before it thinks. When your tone aligns with your message, your influence becomes both invisible and irresistible, making your words carry weight without ever having to push.